the kitchen with a feeding hole. Hot tamales and red hot. Yeah, she got it for sale on me. Yeah, she got it for sale on me. Yeah, she got it for sale on me. Yeah, she got it for sale. Red hot.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight and to Damon Lewis. It's coming up to 10 o'clock and it's time for the news. I'll be back next week, so have a great week. Until then, have a good one.
This is Radio 2
on BBC Sounds
and on your smart speaker.
Play BBC Radio 2.
BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Anthony Birchley. A British businessman is on board an underwater craft which has gone missing in the Atlantic on a trip to see the wreckage of the Titanic. The authorities on shore have lost contact with the vessel. In the last half hour, the US Coast Guard said aircraft and boats are searching a remote area with a depth of around 13,000 feet. Nomia Iqbal reports.
The Coast Guard said the vessel went missing more than 24 hours ago yesterday morning, about 1 hour and 45 minutes into its dive. These small submersibles occasionally take tourists who pay tens of thousands of pounds to visit the wreck of the Titanic. One of those believed to be on board is Hamish Harding, a billionaire explorer from Britain who went into space last year. The operating company OceanGate Expeditions says it is looking at all options to bring the crew back to safety.
MPs have voted by a margin of 354 to 7 in favour of the Privileges Committee report that found Boris Johnson had deliberately misled MPs about parties in Downing Street during the pandemic. The former Prime Minister resigned as an MP after reading the conclusions before they were published. The former Prime Minister, David Cameron, has told the COVID inquiry it was a mistake not to consider different types of diseases when preparing for future pandemics. Mr Cameron said groupthink had caused the government to focus too much on flu. TSB's become the latest lender to withdraw some mortgage products as interest rates on fixed deals continue to rise. The Financial Information Service Moneyfax revealed earlier that a typical 2-year fixed-term deal now has an interest rate of more than 6%. But many mortgage brokers, such as Kylie Ann Gatecliffe, are advising people not to panic.
Get in touch with a good broker 6 months in advance. There are options available if the payments are going to be too high and it's going to cause problems. But that 6 months is key to make sure that we can look at everything that's available for you and secure a rate before they potentially get any higher.
The driver of a tram that crashed in Croydon, causing the deaths of 7 people in 2016, has been cleared of failing to take reasonable care of his passengers. Jurors took less than 2 hours to find Alfred Doris not guilty. Experts are warning that Scotland's midge population could soon be unusually high due to recent weather patterns. The Scottish Midge Forecast says the insects hatched within a shorter time frame this year because of a cold spring followed by a warm spell. If damp and humid conditions persist, what's described as a mega second generation could emerge. Dr. Alison Blackwell, who runs the forecast, said people shouldn't postpone their trips.
Don't let midges put you off from going out and enjoying Scotland because they're a minor point of concern. Be prepared. Check the midge forecast, which you can find online. Make sure you've got a good insect repellent with you. Dress sensibly. So if you're going out at dawn and dusk when the sun goes down, don't have your shorts and t-shirts on. Sort of cover up your arms and legs.
That's the BBC News at 3 minutes past 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Let's go.
It's Trevor Nelson's Magnificent 7.
Good evening. Thank you, Keris, for the last hour on BBC Radio 2. Welcome to our first little evening session. It's Trevor Nelson here on the Rhythm Nation, Monday to Thursday, 10 through to midnight, and we're kicking the show, as always, with our Magnificent 7. 7 big tunes to set us up.
The Magnificent 7 on BBC Radio 2.